The NIH proved you can stop brain decay in 24 hours. Here's how. Most people think cognitive decline is inevitable, a slow slide into the fog. But what if one day could change your next 20 years? Your brain is hiding a capacity for resilience you haven't tapped into yet. And the science suggests we've been looking at brain health all wrong. This isn't about puzzles or crosswords. If you've ever felt like your focus is slipping away, or if you've tried every productivity app only to find yourself more distracted, you're not alone. Your brain does this every single day, and you've never noticed how much energy is being drained by the invisible weight of attention residue. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to reclaim that lost cognitive power. Most people try brain training apps or expensive supplements, and here's why they fail. They target the symptoms of a slow brain, not the engine. You spend hours on Sudoku, but that only makes you better at Sudoku. It doesn't stop the underlying decay of your processing speed. The emotional stakes are high. Without a reset, your brain's ability to filter the world simply withers away. We are currently living through an attention crisis. The average person checks their phone 144 times a day, creating a constant state of cognitive fragmentation. This isn't just a bad habit, it's a biological drain that lowers your BDNF levels, the very protein your brain needs to grow new neurons. If you don't break this cycle, you are essentially letting your neural pathways rust from disuse and overstimulation, and this is where it gets really interesting. The researchers discovered that the participants who engaged in just 10 sessions of this specific training showed significantly lower rates of dementia years later. It wasn't about memorizing lists or solving math problems. It was about visual processing speed. Most people never realize this about themselves, but your brain's ability to filter information is the single most important predictor of how well you will age. Let's talk about the active study. This was one of the largest cognitive interventions ever conducted. They took thousands of adults and gave them just 10 to 14 hours of training. The results were fascinating and a little unsettling. While memory training had some benefits, the group that focused on speed of processing saw a 29% reduction in dementia risk, even a full decade after the study ended. Here's what's really happening beneath the surface. This specific training, called double decision, forces your brain to expand its useful field of view. You have to identify an object in the center of your vision while simultaneously noticing something in the periphery. This simple act rewires the way your brain prioritizes information. It's like taking a congested highway and suddenly adding 4 new lanes of high-speed traffic. Now you might be thinking, I don't have access to clinical software. But the principle can be applied to your daily life through a 72-hour digital fast. Research shows that just 3 days away from the constant ping of notifications can stabilize your dopamine levels. This reset allows your brain's reward system to recalibrate, moving from a state of frantic seeking to one of deep, sustained focus and clarity. This is called neuroplasticity. In plain terms, it means your brain is never fixed. It is always adapting to the demands you place upon it. If you demand constant distraction, it becomes a distraction machine. But if you demand speed and peripheral awareness, it becomes a precision instrument. The pattern is always the same. What you challenge, you strengthen. What you soothe with easy hits of dopamine, you weaken. Remember what I said at the start. Here's why that matters even more. We aren't just talking about memory, we are talking about your brain's processing speed, the literal engine of your consciousness. When this engine slows down, everything from your reaction time behind the wheel to your ability to follow a complex conversation begins to degrade. By resetting your speed of processing, you are effectively upgrading the hardware of your mind, not just the software. To implement this, start with the Periphery Practice. Spend 5 minutes a day focusing on a single point while trying to notice as many objects as possible in your side vision. This mimics the double decision protocol. Combine this with a 24-hour total break from screens once a week. This isn't just a rest, it's a structural intervention that forces your neurons to find new ways to communicate. The data on this is conclusive. A study on 25 young adults showed that just a 72-hour smartphone break altered brain activation in reward centers, mimicking the recovery seen in substance addiction. By removing the noise, you are allowing the signal of your own thoughts to become clear again. This is exactly how high performers maintain their edge. They treat their attention as a finite physical resource that requires maintenance. This is exactly how a major tech CEO regained his creative spark. He didn't take a month-long sabbatical, he simply implemented a strict 24-hour reset every weekend. Within a month, his cognitive testing showed a return to the processing speeds he had in his 20s. He wasn't working harder, his brain was simply working faster because the rust of digital overstimulation had been cleared away. The research on this is fascinating, and it proves that 24 hours of intentionality can outweigh years of passive decline. You don't need a PhD or a laboratory to start this. You just need the discipline to step back from the digital flood. Ask yourself this: when was the last time your brain was truly quiet? If you can't remember, you are overdue for a reset. Now that you know this, you'll never see your phone or your focus the same way again. Before this video, you might have felt like your memory was failing or your mind was slowing down. After this video, you have the protocol to stop that decay in its tracks. The 24-hour reset isn't a luxury. It's a biological necessity for anyone living in the modern world. Start your first reset this weekend. Your future self will thank you for the clarity. See what your mind is hiding. The pattern is waiting to be broken.